Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and welcome to a 5-day follow-up on the iPhone 11 Pro Max. So I don't love it. I like it a lot. And this is just a trend with me for iPhones, man. They're very solid phones. I really enjoyed this one the most because of those cameras, man. These cameras are just way more awesome than I ever could imagine something would come from an iPhone. So I left for the weekend and I took this phone out. I'm working on another video that's going to compare some things with a different device. But the highlight for this phone for me has definitely been the video recording. And I've made it a choice that I'm going to go ahead and use this phone and the phone I'm recording with, which is the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. These are going to be my two go-to devices for recording on a channel if I need to edit on the go or get out there and shoot something I want to. It's going to be one of these devices, and because they both play a significant role in the different types of settings that I want to use them in. So the iPhone, on the other hand, though, has fantastic video recording cameras, and that just remains to be seen. It was at night, and I shot. I was in San Antonio, the Riverwalk, and I saw, the carriages come around. So I said, let me go ahead and just fire this up and record it. And to my surprise, it did extremely well with that night video. Now, granted, it was well lit, but still, the iPhone performed exceptionally well. At least I think so, given the situation. It's nighttime. I just fired it up real quick and I just hit record. And I really appreciate the footage that came from this device. However, I learned that night photos with this device aren't the best. They're okay, but they definitely were trumped by the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. And again, I'll show you that in a different video. But photos coming out of this thing are decent, for sure. Continued use, I've taken a whole bunch of photos, but the night photos actually shocked me. The night mode on here isn't really that great. When I put it next to the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. However, video, it just stands out, man. It stands out, and there's absolutely no denying it. Video on this thing is absolutely great. Now, also, I charged this phone on Friday night, I believe, and I didn't charge it again until Saturday night. So I was thinking that I probably could go a full 2 days with this, but I was on it a lot. I gotta admit, I was shooting video, taking photos. I was doing a whole bunch. And Saturday night, I had 35% left. And it was just flowing right along, man. The phone is fantastic. I was doing more videos and photos than I normally would. So that is why I think that's what killed the battery a lot. And then I was listening to music too. However, the phone itself did fantastic. Just wasn't impressed with those night photos. But other than that, the phone is great. The battery life is good, and this is what I expected in my initial review that I gave you guys, the next day video. This phone has killer battery, and you could make it 2 days. You could actually make it a full weekend with this if you wanted to, depending on if you're not using it heavily for video. Music, you should be okay streaming a lot of music, but video and taking a bunch of photos and leaving all your apps, your emails synced and everything, you might run into an issue where you need to charge it at about 36 hours or so, because ultimately that's how long I've been going with this device when I'm regularly using it, is about 36 hours, and it does fantastic. So social media on this thing is, it's fine, man. I don't see myself having an issue, except for that. Some applications lag, YouTube being one of them. It lags out sometimes when opening it up. This is just something that, this is how it's going to be, I guess. But the phone is extremely fluid, and it does well for what it is. If I can open this link. Okay, there we go. Overall, again, there's nothing to really love about this phone except for the cameras and the battery. After that, I've got the same device pretty much, which is why I told you guys you probably should buy just the 11. That's the 11 is like the all-around iPhone, if you will. It's fantastic, man. And this is a bump up because you get a bigger screen, and you get a much better, the battery is just killer on here. At least for me it is. So I want to give you guys, this is 5 days actually, with this particular phone. And it's great. And the reason I said I don't love it, I like it, that's saying a lot for me, because it's very difficult for me to keep an iPhone in rotation, no matter what iPhone it is, because after that, it's just kind of the same thing. The redundancy here, some people are caught up on the new design that's supposed to be coming, but it's all in all, it's still just going to be an iPhone. And that's not a good or a bad thing. That's just where I stand with Apple products as far as phones go. I like this phone a lot. It's not mind-blowing at all. After a little bit of use with it, about 5 days straight use with it, the cameras, though, are mind-blowing. But I want more than that. I want more than just a mind-blowing experience with cameras, because how often am I really going to be in my personal life shooting videos in 4K and 60 frames per second? Probably not. I probably could shoot a movie with this phone, but I can do that with any phone. It's about editing and post. And I give high praise to the cameras on here, minus the still shots in low light. Other than that, this phone is a exciting phone to have for someone who's going to be doing a lot of video, or who does a lot of social media. Social media on this device, on all iPhones, seem to be a little bit better than they are on Android for some reason. I think the developers care more about this app store than they do the Android store, app store, the Google Play Store. I don't know what it's about, but this is kind of the ultimate experience for an iPhone, I would say. If you're an iPhone user, I'm going to tell you, go ahead and get the iPhone 11. But if you just want the say all, be all, you might as well just go for this one. Some people are still upset about this cutout at the top. Personally, it doesn't really bother me until I pick up my Galaxy Note 10 Plus and I start watching something in full screen. I'm like, oh man, that's when it hurts, because the price tag, it hurts. This phone costs the same as, like, the 64 gig version costs the same as a 256 gig version of the Galaxy Note 10 Plus. So it's kind of a lose-lose. Anyway, I like it. I don't love it. It gets a pass. I think it's a great phone to have. The 11 is definitely a good experience, but if you just want Apple's be-all, say-all, you're going to have to go for this one. That's what it is. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed the quick follow-up 5 days later. This is about where I'm at with it. So I'll give you another one later on. I got some comparisons coming too for this one. So I'll see you in the next one. Take care.